Hello everyone, it's good to be back. I haven't been online for a little while because my laptop decided it wasn't going to work anymore. So I had to get that all fixed, and I was waiting for ages and ages, and now I'm very excited to say my laptop is fixed and I'm going to start trying to catch up on my requested videos. So this is my requested video for a Life Path 3 and how it is supported or not supported by the motivation soul urge number 7. Now, as I always start my videos in the same way, the life path is your most important number. It is your purpose for this lifetime, and all the other numbers within your chart exist to support that all-important life path. Now, the life path is your purpose. Your expression number is the talents that you brought with you to help you achieve that purpose. But your soul urge number is the passion and the motivation and the get up and go that you brought with you to help you achieve your life path. Because numerologists say that the soul urge is the third most important number in your chart. But I think it's joint second, to be honest, because, you know, you can be talented at something in your expression number, but if you're not motivated, you're not going to do it. I mean, there's things that I can do that I just don't want to do, that I'm just not motivated to do. So motivation is just as important as the expression number in my book, because it's that passion, it's what gets you up in the morning, and what makes you do what you do. Right, so we're going to talk about how the Life Path 3 can be helped or hindered by a passion and motivation in the 7 energy. Now, I'm going to break the Life Path 3 down into between 9 and 10 sections or elements that need to be achieved in the Life Path 3, and how each element of the soul urge number 7 might help or hinder that element of your life path, so you know what you're going to find easier, and you know what you're going to need to work on that little bit more going forward. Right, so when you are a Life Path 3, these are your areas of development. So you're going to struggle with these areas. You know, this isn't going to be an easy path for you to walk. So you have to learn to be emotionally balanced, which suggests that you might have volatile emotions as a Life Path 3, which is not helpful with the soul urge number 7, who is also emotional. You must learn to be emotionally balanced, and through that emotional balance, be creative and express yourself. So you could creatively express yourself with your words, your art, your hands, or your whole body. However you express yourself creatively is what you're here to do with the Life Path 3. But there's often a special focus on the verbal, creative, emotional side for you to achieve. Now, this isn't going to be easy for you because you're a Life Path 3. You know, you don't come here with an easy life. So you must also work on balancing that emotional sensitivity. You know, it's not going to be easy for you to do that. And using your sensitive emotions for positive, you know, to lift people and raise people up and inspire and delight your audience. But the passion and the motivation that you brought with you is spirituality and your spiritual life. You love to follow your intuition. You trust the experienced soul within you. You know you've had lives before, you'll have lives again, and you know that your soul within you is full of really useful knowledge that you access daily. You like to follow your intuitive wisdom. You have faith in that your immortal soul has lived before. I've just said that, and will live again. And you're driven and motivated by your own inner personal journey to your own spiritual evolution. Now, as you can imagine straight away, there's going to be ups and downs to having a passion or motivation number like a soul urge 7 to support a Life Path 3. Now, the Life Path 3 first element that you're going to struggle with is you have to learn to express yourself verbally, to inspire, to inform, to delight. So that infers that you're going to struggle in some way verbally, and that can be chronic shyness, speech delay, stutter, mutism, language barriers, or just struggling to find the right words and vocabulary to utter to the world. So this is something that you're meant to be struggling with. It's something that you came to this earth to work on. Your soul urge number 7 is more not quick to express yourself, if I'm honest. So you're not going to be motivated to express yourself verbally in any deep or emotional way. To be honest, the 7 motivation number tends to hold back their emotions and not tell people too much. So in a very deep and emotional way, you tend to stay on the surface, and you're not one to really talk to big groups. So your passion and motivation is not going to help you here, because so you're going to struggle really to want to verbally express yourself to a room, to a social group, or to an audience. So that's something that's good for you to know. So if you don't want to do it, but you know it's your purpose, it's still something that it's important that you maybe learn to work towards. Classes, advice, get a mentor that can help you. Anything that you feel that will help you take this step towards communicating to wider audiences verbally. So you're more about your inner development, keeping yourself to yourself, your motivation. You don't really want to go in front of a load of people. You'd rather be in a room on your own, learning and researching and developing yourself inside. So this isn't going to be an easy element for you, but to support your life path 3, and of course your expression number will make a difference too. So to support your life path 3, you must start to trust others, not to hurt or ridicule you, because the 7 motivation, you can be a bit worried about what other people say, and be brave enough to express yourself verbally to inform and delight. And that knowledge that you can bring up in your Soul Urge 7. Now, you're passionately motivated about research and learning about spiritual, intuitive, and really analytical, interesting subjects, deep, spiritual, esoteric subjects. So you could use that research that you passionately read about as your subject for your verbal expression. But there are many ways that you could do that. You don't have to do it that way, but that is the most obvious way. Take what you know in the Soul Urge 7, all that amazing, intuitively, analytically studied information, and then express that verbally to achieve your life path 3. Just saying. You're also here to learn to express yourself creatively, not just verbally, but creatively, to inform and inspire and delight and teach. But again, you're going to struggle to progress and execute and finish creative projects due to lack of self-belief. Many 3s that I know tell themselves they're not creative, or, they don't finish creative projects because they're worried about that they'll ruin it, or, that if they carry on, they're going to destroy it in some way, or they're worried about failure. So they think if they don't finish it, then they can't fail. Your 7 talent energy. Not talent energy. Why have I written talent energy there? Slap my wrist. Your 7 motivational energy means you prefer to be that quiet studier, that analyzer, that researcher of other people's ideas that you can pluck information from, create your own information for your own use. So you have the motivation, not the ability, really. You have the motivation to want to research, interest in esoteric and analytical theories, and creatively knit theories together to create something new that when filtered through your intuitive wisdom rings true and resonates with you. So support your life path 3 by using that amazing research that you're so motivated to gain to adapt to other people's theories creatively to suit your needs, for you to then express creatively to your audience or anyone that's around you, to inform and inspire and delight and teach and entertain. That's what the 3 is. The development of the 3 is being that performer, that entertainer, that speaker, that person that can change the emotions of everyone in the room just by their own verbal expression. Okay, but again, this is not going to be easy because it's your life path. So you must learn to be more dynamic, take risks, be more confident, to enjoy being in front of an audience. That's what your life path 3 demands of you, but you can be shy, underconfident, unable to take risks and feel very fearful. But that's the challenge that you're here to progress from, the difficulty that you're here to transcend. So as a 7 motivation, you're determined to be a free thinker. You have a balanced attitude to risk And you don't necessarily talk or listen to other people when it comes to risk. You use your intuition to understand whether you think that risk is worth taking or not, because you're a free thinker. You make decisions yourself with your own intuition. That's what you're motivated to do. You prefer to do that than ask anyone else. So your bravery with risk is very rooted in your intuition, in what you decide to do, not what somebody else tells you to do. You know, you have a very, very strong inner compass, and that's what you're passionately wanting to have. You know, that's how you want and are passionate to make decisions. You'd rather not express or perform, as I've said before, to an audience or attract attention to yourself in any way. And you don't really like expressing your emotions to the world, really. You know, you prefer to keep them locked inside. So, and appearing aloof. And your 3 needs to appear the opposite of aloof. You're an expressor at the end of the day. So again, this is not going to be an easy element. So, you know, for your motivation, you know, you might be talented and be able to do it. But when it comes to your motivation, again, you might struggle with some elements of this when it comes to standing in front of a group of people and being the center of attention. So to support your life path 3, develop the trust and the skills to communicate your amazing acquired knowledge effectively, emotionally, and confidently to your group, your friendship group, your audience, whatever that may be. You're also here to learn to express your emotions positively. The 3 can be a bit of a nightmare with their emotions. They can be very negative. They can pull people down. They can shout and scream and have really unbalanced emotions, but very strong unbalanced emotions as well. But you're here to express those amazing emotions that you have, to control them in a way that you express them more positively, because you can be very sensitive to criticism. You criticize others, causing negative emotion, and sometimes you can be very, very cutting and nasty with your emotional outbursts. You're a well of passionate emotion, but you tend to want to hold these emotions inside when you're a 7. So you've got a clash here. Your 3 life path energy means that you're very emotionally explosive, and this emotion can kaboom out of you at any time if you're not managing these emotions properly. However, your soul urge motivation number doesn't want those emotions to come out, really. So in some cases, your passion to not want people to see your emotions, or not want you to express your emotions or your authentic self to someone, can cause those emotions to be held in very, very tightly. And then in the end, one day they do go kaboom, even stronger than they would have done if you were just a life path 3. So be careful with your motivation in the 7. It could push you into holding your emotions away from others, but it's vital that you do not do that. Okay, you tend to worry about ridicule if you express yourself honestly. Again, you've got to get past that and use your intuition to help you trust the soul within you and trust the world around you. Okay, so to support your life path 3, trust your soul and others around you to share your inner emotions and your wisdom appropriately, authentically, with complete trust in your intuitive guidance, with no fear of ridicule. Okay, and ensure that your emotions as you have them are expressed bit by bit, you know, in a very balanced and authentic way, you know, holding the emotions tightly inside you. They're not going to go away. One day they will come out, and they will come out with a vengeance. So something for you to really guard against. Make sure you're expressing your emotions healthily so that you're not bottling things up and causing you to just explode one day. So that's what you're avoiding as a life path 3. You're here to develop the habit of actually doing something. acting, being a doer and an executor of ideas, because a 3 that's struggling can be a bit of a procrastinator. They can struggle with apathy and laziness and lack of focus and direction. Very scattered number, the life path 3. However, you need to learn the habit of actually getting started, actually acting, doing and executing to the world, because that's what your life path is. Execution of your words and your creativity to the world, to an audience. So, but your 7 motivational energy makes you more want to be a thinker. You're more likely to be somebody that wants to sit in a back room and think about it and research and learn. You don't want to be out, doing. You want to be thinking. So you research theories, you develop them, and you creatively splice them and intelligently splice them to suit your needs. But you're not always that doer. Sometimes you can think, but you don't do when you're a motivation number 7. So to support your life path 3, you must start acting on your research. Even if you don't really want to, you need to start acting on your research and development and putting that intuitive knowledge out there to the world. And your life path 3 wants you to express that wisdom to the world, to give your amazing insight to an audience in order for other people to develop their spirituality. You have the talent, you have the motivation to do that. I've done it on more than one slide here. Look, I've written talent again, in more than one place. I even checked it as well. Okay, so we're also here to learn to be social, talkative, the life of the party, the bringer of fun and positivity. The 3 is working towards being a networker, communicating their emotional message. And because you're a life path 3, you're of course going to find that difficult. So you struggle to talk to people, communicate with others. You can be quiet and struggle to speak at all. And your 7 talent energy means you can be social and chatty. You've got the motivation sometimes to do it. But you perform at your best when you're working alone in your own solitary research. And you prefer normally to be alone, and very few people know anything about you because you're not one to express yourself or your inner self to others. So sometimes you can come across to others as quite aloof, and people don't always have, if you're doing what you want to do, it's not necessarily communicating or building relationships with other people, which can affect your relationships quite negatively, which isn't going to help your life path element of being more social and talkative and being more of a networker. So to support your life path 3, spend less time alone. Us motivation 7s, because it's mine too, love to be alone, but you need to spend more time with others communicating your wisdom. You have such amazing wisdom, don't keep it inside. You can trust yourself and others not to ridicule you if you're following your intuitive wisdom. Okay. You must develop independence. The life path 3 can want to be looked after a bit. They can be a bit dependent, avoiding work or any routine work that needs routine and commitment. The 3 can be a bit, they avoid work to a great extent. So, but your 7 energy is going to help you here, your 7 motivation, because you're motivated to be independent. Totally motivated to be independent. You don't like asking other people for help. So this element of your life path 3 will not be difficult to achieve for you. Even though I've still got the word expression there, even though it should say motivation, but you know what I mean. So you won't allow yourself to be looked after. That's not how you roll at the end of the day. You would rather look after yourself, which is going to be good to balance out that life path 3 tendency towards dependence. However, your total inner focus, because that's what you're going to be motivated to do primarily, is work on your own, on your inner focus, without reference or interaction, commitment to the outside world, in employment, business or relationships, has the potential to make you even more dependent. So it's really important that you don't allow your passion for solitary research to take you further away from the ability to earn money. Maybe use it use your ability or your motivation in the 7 to help you earn money. But this inner focus that you'll be more motivated to achieve won't always necessarily help you to become less dependent. However, you're motivated to be more independent. So this could go either way, really, depending on who you are and what your talent number is or your expression number. So to support your life path 3, commit to something that will bring you the inner development that you so desire and help you to be independent, functioning, positive member of society. So whatever that inner development is, whatever that wisdom is, express that to the world and use that to your advantage so that you can gain your own money, your own independence, so you're not dependent on everyone else around you. You're also here as a 3 to learn to be opportunistic, to network, to make use of connections, snap up opportunities, spread the word. So be in environments where you see an opportunity and you're quite happy to run forward and snap that opportunity up and grab it while you can. But the Soul Urge 7 motivation's not going to really want to do that. You know, you're a thinker. You're a planner. You work best with quiet analysis and communion with your soul. That's what you prefer to do. That's what motivates you. That's what gives you that burning, fuzzy feeling in your tummy and makes you excited. You really don't want to be opportunistic and communicative and just talking to people off the cuff. It's just something that you're going to find more abhorrent to you. It might be different if you show quite a strong talent in being able to be opportunistic with a different number that you have as your expression number. But if it's just your life path and your motivation number, you're really not going to want to be communicative and opportunistic and dynamic, really. This is not going to be easy. You must become more social, more communicative, more dynamic, more getting out there, being more confident to be opportunistic. Work towards that. No one's expecting you to be amazing straight away. Walk the path by starting to develop towards it, you know, in your own very healthy way. So, excuse me. Itch. So you must learn to take responsibility. The 3 life path can be a bit irresponsible. And sometimes the 3 life path needs a bit of guidance because you can be a bit irresponsible. And sometimes life path 3s don't think before they act, and they don't always take full responsibility for the consequences of the things that they do, especially the irresponsible stuff. However, your motivation number, your passion in the 7 is to be responsible. You know, when you stay in communion like you do, like you love to do with your soul's intuition, it's going to push you to take responsibility more and more because you're going to realize how we are all interconnected. And when you hurt something in this universe, you hurt yourself because we are interconnected. So that makes you naturally more responsible as you develop more in spirituality. You have excellent self-knowledge. You know who you are because it's what you've been passionately studying all your life. You're spiritual, you're intuitive, and you make a responsible guide to others and yourself. But your inner focus, again, can make you shy away from imposed responsibility. So if somebody says, I want you to be responsible for this, that, and the other, if it doesn't fit your inner development or you don't want to do it, you're going to struggle to take that responsibility on. You're not going to want to take that responsibility on more than struggle. Especially if you feel it doesn't resonate with your soul's development and, you know, your passion is developing yourself at the end of the day. So your life path 3 is supported by your intuitive spiritual wisdom. This guides you to make positive, responsible decisions. So if you always ensure that you're always guided by your intuitive wisdom, you're more likely to develop naturally towards taking natural responsibility and taking more responsible action when you do act. Take responsibility and learn by your mistakes, and you're going to be able to do that as a Soul Urge 7 because you're about developing yourself when you're a Soul Urge 7. So having a Soul Urge or motivation number 7 can be really useful here to help you to transcend this element of your life path and take full responsibility for your actions. Now, Soul Urge number 7, when you're a life path 1, 2, 3, or when you're a Soul Urge, hang on, let's get this right. When you're a life path 1, 2, 3, and you fit that with the Soul Urge 7, you see, the 1, 2, 3 is very, very focused on others. Working with others cooperatively and harmoniously and effectively, which the soul urge 7, you might shy away from that a little bit. And then channeling and expressing your unique new ideas might be something that you might not want to do as a motivation 7. So when you're a life path 1, 2, 3, you're here to express yourself emotionally, and you're here to be cooperative with others, really important, and work alongside others in a team. Your motivation levels is going to want you to work alone, and it's going to want you not to really it's less about innovation when you're a soul urge 7. You're less about new ideas, and you're more about looking at what's already out there, reading it, learning it, absorbing it, and then taking out what resonates with you and using it for your own needs. And you can be innovative, because that's creativity, right? Taking bits from different places, putting it together, splicing it together can be great creativity. Okay, so you can be creative by doing that, but again, working alongside others and like a focus on innovation might be something that comes later and is not necessarily going to be helped all that much by your soul urge 7. Again, the same for the 2, 1, 7, the 2, 1, 3, sorry. The soul urge 7 is going to help you more, because the 1 is more compatible with the 7 for, you know, analysis and getting the job done, and it's very innovative, and the soul urge 7's not really going to be motivated to be overly innovative, because the 7 likes to look at what's out there already, bring it together, analyze it, filter it through your intuition, and then see if it's something that you want to use. So innovation and working with others is going to be a difficult thing for somebody who's motivated by the energy of the 7. The 303 might be a little bit of an easier one, because that 0 gives you added intuition and perceptiveness, and it could give you an extra link or added potential to be able to link with the spirit world and satisfy your passion even more for spirituality. So your spiritual intuition and your perceptiveness, you know, can be enhanced and helped along when you're a 303 life path by the intuition and spiritual ability of the soul urge number 7. So I would say, in my experience and opinion, that the best life path 3 to have with a soul urge 7 is probably the 307, because it's got more of the spiritual bent. But again, for the life path 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 3, there's going to be a little bit of difficulty with you wanting to get out there, wanting to express yourself, wanting to work alongside others, which soul urge 7s prefer to work alone. And, you know, the soul urge 7 is not going to jump at being innovative. So that's something for you to keep in mind if you're a soul urge 7 and a 1, 2, 3 or 2, 1, 3, that there may be some problems with your motivation. But if you know that already, the awareness can help you a lot there. So I hope you've really found my video useful today, especially the person who requested it. If you've liked this video, please whack that like button, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do so and whack that bell, because that will keep you up to date with all my latest uploads. I'm currently working on my Udemy Master Practitioner course, and it's for people that want to read for clients on a deeper level, and they want to feel more confident to read for clients on a deeper level. I've nearly finished all the work for that, and I'll be uploading that to Udemy pretty soon. But I have one course already on Udemy, which gives you the bare bones of numerology, tells you about all the numbers in a chart, what the energies entail, and how to interpret a number and know what it's for in your chart. But that's not going to get you totally towards being a confident reader. So I'm hoping my course that I'm bringing out very, very soon is going to help you to become that numerology reader that you want to be. If you want to ask me any questions, if you want to request a video, or if you want a numerology reading, please email me at katie@soulexplorer.net, or you can contact me through Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or Twitter. If you want to request a video, just leave a comment in my comments box on my videos, or send me an email. I'd love to hear from you guys, even if it's only questions and stuff. So please make contact for any reason. But as ever, I want you to trust the soul within you, because only you know what's best for you.